What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dueling with Dooley. I've been gone for a little bit. It's been about a week since I recorded my last podcast. There's been a lot going on in my life. Do I want to say it? Fuck it. All right, guys. Dueling with the Dooley Squad. Me, my wife, we are welcoming another baby into this world. And we found out it's a boy. So we are very excited. We're very busy. We're planning. We're doing all the things that parents do to get ready for another kid. Our daughter does not understand. We say, you're going to have a little brother. And she goes, okay. Like, it's nothing. See, that's the good thing about kids, man. Kids just see everything for how it is. They don't read into things. They don't, they don't extrapolate. I don't even know if that's the right word, but I'm going to say that word, and I'm going to use it and stick with it. But I know that she's going to be excited because she's such a good kid, so she's going to be a really good big sister. I know that for a fact, so we're all excited here for that. So, yeah, that's why I've been out for about a week. I plan on doing podcasts 2-3 times a week still. From here on out. So we'll keep you updated on that. There is a lot going on. The Super Bowl is coming up. I have the Rams winning that. I bet on them November 1st once they picked up Von Miller to get to the Super Bowl, and they're there. So hopefully they win it and win me some moolah. And oh God, it is much needed, let me tell you this, guys, because I did very well, decently well, from week 1 to week 17. And all of that progress I made from week 1 to week 17 has been lost since the first round in the playoffs. So I need this. I'm the biggest Rams fan you guys have ever seen. I am on that bandwagon. And it's got to happen. It's got to happen. Man. Dude, this whole cancellation culture is just insane. So you see this everything going on with Joe Rogan, okay? Biggest podcaster in the world, draws more eyes and views than CNN, Fox, and MSNBC, and whatever shitty other news outlet out there combined, okay? Joe Rogan is the pinnacle of media at this point in time. Whether you like it or not, he is the pinnacle. He's the top. So naturally, what does CNN, Fox, and all these other news stations do? They try to take the number one down so they can just go right back up to the top. And it's obvious. Ever since Trump left office, the news ratings and everything have plummeted. They cannot do anything without controversy out there. So what they do, if there is no controversy, they create it. Joe Rogan, case A. Dave Portnoy, case B. Okay, so we'll go through Joe Rogan real quick. At first, they were trying to censor him for misinformation on COVID, and simply because they didn't like the guests that were on. And I mean, that's fine. You can try to cancel the king, but unfortunately, they missed, and they know that they missed. But they could sense that there is some kind of angst out there. There's Spotify employees that are complaining about Joe Rogan being on the platform, blah, blah, blah. The fucking few, but they're extremely loud. That is what they are. Anyway, so yeah, they put a disclaimer now on every podcast that he does saying it could be possible misinformation and to go look up on government websites or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You see it all on Facebook, which is why I got rid of it months ago. Not only that, because there's a bunch of toxic bitches out there that want to argue off of headlines and not actually read into things. So that's what kind of culture we're in. We're in a fucking headline culture where headlines rule all. You read the headline, you're like, I know about this topic. No, you don't. Go into the article. Get in there. Get deep in there like I know you all want to. And actually read past line 1. I know that's real deep in there. But read past line 1 and maybe you'll get some context, because context is key. Okay? Context is key to critical thinking, and it seems like all of us have lost critical thinking skills. So, the COVID misinformation didn't work against Joe Rogan. They call him every name in the book, racist, transphobic, blah, 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 blah. And then some dumbass loser with nothing else in his life does a compilation of Joe Rogan saying the N-word. Okay? And yes, it's a bad look. You probably shouldn't be saying that at all or on a podcast, blah, blah, blah. But this is videos from more than 10 years ago. And instead of, like I said, remember, context is perfect for critical thinking. You need it. Okay? So context, they did it out of context, and all they did was a clip of him saying the N-word, 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 N-word. But little did anyone that's not familiar with Joe Rogan, they all see that and see racist. He's a racist. Oh my God, he's a racist. No. Like I said, dive deep in there. Read some shit. Okay? Expand your mind. Use your mind for once. He was explaining and quoting other people, and they just cut off everything except for the N-word. Now, granted, you guys can say, yeah, but it's never acceptable for the white man to say that word. Okay. Get it. Great. This was, remember, 10 years ago. He's talking around his buddies. Again, I don't condone going out there and saying that word. And like I said, this is 10 years ago. He's saying it with his buddies. He is quoting jokes from comedians and just saying everything. Instead of saying the N-word, like I just said, instead of saying N-word, he said the actual word because, I don't know, probably as a comedian or something, it messes up your story. So, I don't know, dude. It's just it's insane. They go for one avenue. That avenue fails. Now they're going to go for the card that cannot be beaten with video evidence, and they're going to try to cancel this man. Fortunately, Spotify stepped up, said, we don't condone those words. We don't condone that at all. However, we are going to stand with an artist, and we're going to let artists be artists, and we do not back his message. He's sorry about it. He made an apology, and we're going to move on from there. So hopefully people can just get over it. Get over it. Fuck. I mean, Dave Portnoy, like a couple years ago, was I think he was singing a Ja Rule song. I don't remember. I think he was singing a Ja Rule song, and the N-word was in it, and he was just rapping along and said it, and the whole internet exploded. Oh my God, he's a racist. He said this, he's a racist. He was quoting and singing along to a song. So, I mean, it's can a white man not sing along to lyrics because of the color of our skin? That seems pretty fucked up. Maybe just either if it's in the lyrics, I get it. You can do your cool little TikTok, like you're dancing and then the N-word comes up and you're like, shh, shh, shh. Oh, you're so woke. Oh, little did you know that 4 fucking years ago, before you got on camera, you were screaming that word, and it was your most excited word to get to in the song because you found an excuse to say it. But no, you're you're shushing on camera because you're above everybody. You're so woke. You're such a good person. See, the problem with cancel culture is never done. And if you think that you are woke, that's great. You can pretend to be woke as long as you want. But cancel culture is never done, and it will not be done with you. It will come back on you. Unless you're Whoopi Goldberg, who hates Jews. Allegedly. Whatever. Whoopi Goldberg on The View, literally the worst television show in the history of the world. I do not know how that show was on. I hated it when I was younger, when I was like 14 or some shit, and I saw those fucking ladies sitting there talking their shit, blah, blah, blah. And it's not even that they're ladies. It's that they're just all dumb. They find the dumbest lady that they can in show business, and they put her into that seat, and they're like, yeah. I mean, Raven Simone was on there. Do not even argue with me about that, because that is 100% concrete proof that they don't give a fuck about brains. Okay? I think Meghan McCain was on there. I have no idea if Meghan McCain was on there. I just threw that out. But if she was on there, she's stupid too. So there you go. There's a white lady that I'm picking on, so you guys don't fucking freak out. Anyway, back to Whoopi Goldberg, the what is it? Cultural appropriating bitch? I think that's what it is. Oh, because her real name's not Whoopi Goldberg. You know, back when she was trying to get into show business, it happened to be predominantly run by Jewish people. So what she did was she appropriated a normal last name from the Jews, which I can say because I'm a Jew. I'm an adopted Jew. So, I mean, I'm pretty oppressed as well because I'm adopted and I'm a Jew. So come on at me. So she, Whoopi Goldberg, changed her name to Whoopi Goldberg to get into the industry. So she's appropriating this whole time the Jewish culture, the Jewish race. And then she goes on to The View and she says, let's be clear, this was not about race. This was not about race. And then she doubled down on a Tonight Show and said, this is not about race. This is a man on just man's incapability of being humane to another man. And her dumb co-hosts all didn't shoot her down. They're like, no, it was about race, but if someone there with any kind of brain cells was there at all, would have stood up and said, Whoopi, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not about race. I mean, the Holocaust wasn't about race, Whoopi. That's what you said. Okay, so, I mean, was slavery about race? No, it was just man being incapable of being humane to men. By your standard. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm not dumb and dull. Yes, slavery was about race. The Holocaust was about race. But you know what? She only got suspended for 2 weeks. God forbid. God forbid. Oh my God. Imagine if Tucker Carlson said something along those lines. He'd be fucking fired. The good thing is that she wasn't fired, and I don't even really agree with her being suspended for 2 weeks. She's just a dumb bitch. She said something stupid, and that's it. Now put someone smart on The View like Tulsi Gabbard, and then, I don't know, oh God, Hillary Clinton on The View. Tulsi Gabbard, Hillary Clinton, put Wonder Woman on there. Gal Gadot or whatever the fuck her name is. That'd be I would watch that show. The View .20. The View .20. Get rid of the stupid ladies that are on there. Literally, they picked them out from, hey, who has the lowest IQ in Hollywood? Hey, do you five want a job? Yeah, you do? Okay, come on over here to The View, where we'll do breaking news and great content. Oh my God, The View. Who came up with that idea? Whoever came up with that idea, fucking cancel them and fire them. And then pay us reparations for having to listen to these fucking idiots on TV talking their shit at 11 o'clock in the morning. Who needs the Holocaust in the morning with your coffee? Holocaust coffee and a newspaper. That's what they think that America wants. That's more of like a before bedtime, 7:30, 8 o'clock story. Not start your day with this. Did you hear what this dumb bitch just said on The View? Yeah, I know, it's fucking crazy, right? Whoopi? First of all, how the fuck? Whoopi? Whoopi! How do you know it's not that? How do you know her name's not Whoopi? It's Whoopi. I would have gone Whoopi Goldberg with a little accent. Whoopi Goldberg. Hello, I'm Whoopi Goldberg. Oh my God, guys. It's been rough. No sleep for me at all. Because I played Xbox till 2 a.m. And now I'm fucking dying still 3 days later. That's what being old is. Jeez, man. You start to lose it when you get gray hair, and I have a shit ton of gray hair. My wife likes to look at it and point them out and be like, hey, look, you have gray hair. It's like, do you want me to be bald or do you want me to have hair? Because you can't make fun of me if I have hair. And if you're going to continue to, I'll just shave my head bald because I don't care. I'm married. Do you care? Exactly. Stop it. You know? That's what wives don't think about, man. When they start making funny like your beard or something or like your hair. Okay, fine. I have the power here. It's my body, my choice. I'm going to fucking cut it all off. I don't care. You married me. You're stuck with me. So I'll look like a buffoon for the rest of my life. And it's your fucking fault. It's true, though, and you guys fucking know it. You guys know it. Same thing with wives. I bet you fucking listening to your husbands all day talk shit. Like, you know, okay, everyone that's on TikTok, you know those sounds where the girls are shaking their ass and like, oh, look at my new haircut, but they're in the skimpiest bikini that you can have. Or, oh, look at my new bracelet, and it's just like a butt shot with her bracelet above her head. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. So you hear that sound, and you know your husband's sitting on there just looking at those girls. And you're probably thinking, why the fuck is he looking at those girls? I'm going to be honest. I scroll on TikTok and those come across. I feel like I actually keep it on a little bit longer when I'm around my wife because I want her to hear the sound. But like instead of me immediately swiping up, I like let it play. It's like a little bit of a reverse psychology, you know? So she'll hear it. She'll look over probably without me seeing, and I'll just, play it cool. I'll just be like, oh, this is a cool truck or something, and just like let it play for a little bit and swipe up, So it's a win-win because now she doesn't know that I was looking at that, and I got to look at it longer, But this is why TikTok is ruining America, because we have just hot girls dancing and these hot dudes fucking just with their shirt off in a Walgreens trying to get some NyQuil to get all fucked up because they're 19. I mean, it's just, but in China, they have like their algorithm pushes out like engineering and I don't know, farming, productive shit. But we're over here fucking, if bitches come and go, bruh. But I'll stay. And it's like all of them are the fucking same. You're just sitting there with... It's like some of these creative fucking people will get... Look, these people are so creative. They'll just, instead of doing it with a significant other, they'll get something that they love, like this Xbox controller case. They'll be like, bitches come and go, bruh. But I'll stay. Hey, do that with a fucking human if you're going to do it. Just don't do it at all, preferably. Okay? I want to see people laying brick where they have 300 bricks just in a row and they just knock one over and they all tumble over, boom, and just all just land in their spot. I'd rather see that. But you are forcing hot bitches on my TikTok For You page. It is not my fault. It's just... Okay, first of all, we need to talk about something on TikTok. For you fucking people that expose things on TikTok, I had been following a page called Puppy Melons for years. Okay? Years. Undetected because I am a savant at finding puppy melons. And I found them. Okay, so years, right? And all of a sudden, I'm sitting downstairs playing Xbox, and I get a text from my wife of a screenshot of me, and I can't say who the other people that were on the Puppy Melons page because I'm not going to blow your cover, even though I already did. I'm sorry. Screenshots that to me and says, busted because of a bitch on TikTok that wanted to give away our fucking happiness. We can't have anything. Nothing. I like dogs and I like boobs. And that was a fucking awesome Instagram that showed you cute puppies and big boobies. And I had it. And some know-it-all probably got cheated on asshole. Fucking was searching her ex's Instagram followers or follows, who he probably has 3,000 followers or something. She scrolled through every single one, probably clicked on every single one, found puppy melons. It was like, oh, this is cute. He likes dogs. Oh, I should take him back. Little did you know, all you got to do is click on one picture, swipe to the right, and boobs. Boobs. So I'm sorry, fellas, we're busted. And if we weren't busted and you listen to this podcast, well, now you are busted, and I very apologize as well for that. But man, what are we men supposed to do, you know? It's a rough life out here for a man. I know even that statement right there is pissing people off. Oh, it's a rough life for a man. I'm a woman. I'm an independent woman. It's rough for me. It's rougher for me. Really? You could literally have free food for the rest of your life. All you have to do is go to a grocery store, look at the nearest man, and be like, I forgot my wallet. Can you pay for my groceries? And you'll probably get like a 2 out of 10 chance of someone saying yes. If I did that, no, 10 out of 10 times. No, man, I'm not buying your fucking groceries. No, I'm not buying your $23 family frozen lasagna, your peanut butter and jelly mixed jar for some reason with no bread, and then you have bagels with no condiments. What? Did I say condiments? Is butter a condiment? What a weird name, condiment. Because we have condominium. Condiment. Condom. There's a lot of con words. I'm going to see how many more I can think of in the next 15 seconds. So we have con man, constitution, constipated, congeniality, con la. I don't know. That was a good game. Hopefully you guys could think of other con words and give me some suggestions. Man, this helps, man, because I have this shit just going through my head all the time. And I'm like, I can't just talk about this with my wife because she's going to be like, Dave, shut up. No one cares. I'm just kidding. She really supports me talking, and I should do that more. It's just so weird sitting here talking into a mic, looking at the camera. But I appreciate you guys, you know. There's some funny moments. There's some real moments. But I don't try to be those. I just talk and just do what I do. Do you know what I mean? One time I called one of my very favorite teachers in the whole wide world, and I mean that. She was one of my very favorite teachers. I called her a racist because... I called her a racist because she didn't know that I was Jewish and I was going to a Lutheran private school, and I got moved to the back of the class, and immediately, instead of just moving to the back, I go, why? Is it because I'm a Jew? And then she called my fucking parents. Oh, shit. I remember that shit. And then there was another time in that same class. God bless her. I love this woman. I really do. We were sitting in the back, right? Me and like 4 of my buddies that were on the football team. We were trying to twiddle our thumbs like this, but we were trying to make them go one way and then the other way. So some of us couldn't do it with our thumbs, so we just were sitting in the back of the class going like this. while she's sitting there teaching, and then she kept yelling. She kept yelling at us, right? And we were just sitting there going like this. She's like, guys, stop, you're distracting in class. And we're like, yeah, sorry. So we would go back to our thumbs, and she could just tell that all of us are sitting here like this instead of looking at the class. So eventually everyone stopped, but me being a dickhead, I just kept going. And like I couldn't get it. I was determined to get it, so I got sent to the office. And I think I got it in the office while I was waiting for her to finish class, and then she came back. She's like, Dave, what the fuck, pretty much. She didn't say that, but essentially she was like, Dave, what the fuck are you doing? I have a class to teach. You're being immature. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's just me. It's just me. I mean, another example of me just being me, I mean, for those of you that know me, whenever I used to drink pretty heavy, especially when I was in the military, there was this one time. So we had these barracks. We had these barracks, and on the outside they had these fire escapes, right? And I got so pissed off because I could hear like some music or whatever playing. It was like 2 a.m, so I just ran. I don't know. So I just ran down the stairs and opened all the fire doors and set the alarms off, and then at 2 a.m, mind you. So then on the very, very bottom door, so I heard them close the top one, which is where my room was next to. I heard them close the second one, and then I heard them go to the bottom one. I'm like, fuck, we can't close it. We can't get it closed. And it's because I put a little fucking nail right through the little metal hinge, I guess, and they didn't see it there until like, I don't know. The alarm's been going off for 10 minutes. There's no cameras, nothing. And I'm not saying that it was me, but I'm saying that someone that I know around me was the one who did that. It wasn't me, you know? That was a dumb story. But, you know, sometimes you just shoot from the hip, you miss. But I feel like I hit on a decent percentage, so that's why I just keep shooting. What do you guys think a decent percentage is? So say you're just winging life. Say you're running at about a 70% success rate, whatever that means. That means you're doing pretty average, right? But I think that the odds, like by just the odds of fucking betting, if you hit it like 55%, you're a very good bettor. So if I'm running life at 70% by just winging it, I feel like I am equal to someone who's trying their hardest and is at an 85. You know what I mean? Because they're like putting in all this effort, but they're only at an 80 or an 85. And I'm just winging it and at a 70. I feel like that's equivalent. What about you guys? You guys think that's equivalent? Oh my gosh, guys. Another thing that I used to do in high school was I never, ever, ever studied for tests ever. And I didn't pay attention in class. And I just, when I became a senior, they had this thing where I think we could get out at like 1 o'clock and you didn't have to come back until, like, if you're doing a sport, so I wouldn't have to come back until football practice around 5 or something. And if we would have a test, I would turn my test in within like 3 minutes, and the teacher would look at me and be like, what? And I used to, I did one of two things. If I needed to pass a test and I wanted to pass a class, I would remember a Scantron that someone had previously taken the test, and I would try to remember the top 20, the top 20 questions, A, B, C, D, E, or A, B, C, A, B, 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 C, B, 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 C. I would just come into the class, be saying it in my head over and over again, A, B, 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 C, B, B, C, B, B, C, B, 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 C, B, B, D, 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 B, 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 D, 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 B, B, A, B, 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 B. I would just be saying shit like that in my head. The lady would put the test down, and I just fill that shit out as fast as I can, and then just guess on the rest. And then the other solution was, if I didn't feel like taking a test, is I would literally just do A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, D, B, or D, C, B, A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A, down the whole thing, because I don't fucking care about school. I know that's a terrible mindset, I guess, but what do they teach you in school past middle school that you really actually use on an everyday basis anyway? I'm not trigonometrying my life around my life, you know what I mean? I haven't poured anything into a beaker since that class in chemistry. I don't need to know about the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean and currents and shit. I don't really need to know about past history, really, either. Fuck that, I don't care. We're getting rid of all the past history anyway. So it's like basically just the basic math, reading, writing. That's kind of really all you need. Everything beyond that is kind of just filler, in my opinion. You just go there so your parents can work. I mean, you parents can't work if you're at home. And I'm damn for sure not homeschooling. So there's something to think about until my next podcast. Do you guys think that the American education system is up to par? Where do you think it needs work? And how do you think we can make it better if it's not perfect? And I will look into that as well and talk about that on the next podcast. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in with Dueling with Dooley. I think this is episode 5. I'm not very sure, but it's been fun. Love you guys. Bye-bye.